And I was thinking that we're in this moment where, as we're talking today, the government is shut down, so to speak. If you're Russ Vogt, what are you cutting? What are you going around and just saying, just taking the red pen, saying, this is gone, this is gone? Is there anything that's just the first thing for you that's just, there's no good that comes of this, and now it's time to get rid of it?
Yeah, I mean, I would start with the Department of Education. I remember a story. This was about a government shutdown about 15 years ago when the determination was made. There were some snowstorms that went through Washington, D.C. And so they said only essential government workers needed to show up to work because of the weather. And I think at the Department of Education, 93% of the employees were deemed non-essential and could just stay home. So my view is you should start with that, right? If there's a bad snowstorm and people don't have to show up to do their job, those people should probably be considered to be on the chopping block. So I think Department of Education would be a great place to start. I think there's a lot of other government agencies where the same thing applies. And this is a great opportunity. A guy like Russ Vogt, very smart, very determined, and I think this is a great opportunity to chip away. It's also a way of getting at, you've got the sort of normal waste and abuse. Then you've got the sort of constituency services where a lot of government programs are being run really to service certain voter constituencies. So I would also be looking at, certain block grants that Department of Education gives out. And I would just eliminate some of those as well. That'd be a great department to begin with.
Yeah, I think that is a great department to begin with. And it just makes you think of how many others are probably of 93% of people who don't need to be there. And I think about this concept about the way the governments are the way the Democrats are behaving in the shutdown, where it just feels like the origin of the shutdown is that AOC decided she could run for Senate. Like literally that's all. And thus we have the shutdown because now Chuck Schumer thinks that maybe he'll lose his job, perhaps in leadership, perhaps losing a primary to AOC in New York. And it makes me think maybe that's why we're doing all this. And so the far left has the Democrats at gunpoint right now. And it just reminds me that they can't have their workers lose jobs, and the government workers tend to vote Democrat. And I just think that just reminds you something so fundamental, that government jobs is a jobs program for Democrat voters. And I feel like that's got to be just a huge part of our government, is just a program for Democrats to get jobs.
Yeah, I think you nailed it, Alex. I mean, here's the paradox of the situation. I think Chuck Schumer probably didn't want to do the shutdown, but felt he had to because the progressive wing of the party has adopted the posture of like no cooperation whatsoever with the Trump administration. It doesn't matter if it's, fixing America because a hurricane has plowed through it. We're going to have non-cooperation, permanent resistance to the Trump administration.